Hello there, I'm Alexis and this is my cultural presentation, so hopefully this will give you a little insight into who I am and to the kind of culture I experienced while I was growing up. So to start off, this is my family, just a family of 4. As you can see, we're all white. I came from a middle-class Christian family, but it wasn't necessarily an easy childhood. Before I was 11, my mom had a bunch of different health problems. She's had seizures. She was incorrectly diagnosed with bipolar disorder. She's had 9 heart surgeries, some of those dealing with a pacemaker and some dealing with the other part of the heart, which is the electrical system. She has permanent kidney stones and she had a swollen pituitary gland. So it was kind of a rough childhood with all the ups and downs with her health. So because of that, I basically raised my sister Gracie, and that wasn't really a burden. We've just become best friends because of it. So I was born and grew up in St. Mary's, Idaho. That is the red dot that you see in northern Idaho. And it's a really small town. Not a lot of diversity there, mostly white people. I think the stereotype of rednecks probably comes from there, and hunting and fishing, those are really big hobbies in St. Mary's. So this is the lumber mill in St. Mary's. Most people's parents worked there. A lot of my peers, their parents worked there. And it is the biggest source of revenue in St. Mary's, so basically that town would fall apart if the mill didn't exist anymore. But it offers really good pay. So for like the starting job, you could make $20 an hour. So a lot of students don't go to college who grow up in St. Mary's because they say, why would I go to college if I could make just as much money working at this mill? So that's kind of the atmosphere that I grew up in. But then when I was in 8th grade, we moved about an hour away, an hour north, to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, which is the green star you see on this map. And that was just a really great place. It was a fresh start and there were much more opportunities, so I was very grateful to have lived there. So here's a picture of Coeur d'Alene. You can see it's got a lot of natural beauty, and so it's great for people who love to hunt and fish and have a lot of water, outdoor activities, or skiing. Those are really popular in Coeur d'Alene. But despite its beauty, it doesn't have a lot of racial diversity. It's had a history of, like in the 70s, having KKK parades going through town, so it's not a very racially diverse place. I wasn't exposed to much diversity in that sense. So after moving from St. Mary's, I started going to Coeur d'Alene High School, and it was definitely a bigger high school, but there was not much diversity. As you can see from this picture, the blue line's Coeur d'Alene High School, and the red is it being compared to Idaho's average of diversity. So Idaho's not a very diverse place to begin with, but Coeur d'Alene is just way down there. They got like very low score for diversity. So sorry for the quality of this picture. This is just a screenshot from the iPad, but the right-hand column is Idaho's numbers, and the left-hand column is Coeur d'Alene's numbers. So you can see only 6% of Coeur d'Alene High School is Hispanic, 2% black, 90% white, 2% to more races. So then you look at that pie chart at the bottom, overwhelmingly blue, which is the white. So, didn't have much experience with diversity among my peers. I fit right in. I was, the norm. So like many people around me, living in a highly conservative area, there tend to be a lot of churchgoers. So, I went to church my whole life with my family, and that is the first time I started getting into playing the bass guitar. So this is a picture of me posing. I'm not actually playing bass, but posing for a picture of me playing the bass. And so I've played on churches since I was in 5th grade. So when it was time to decide what college I was going to go to, it seemed natural to come to NNU, where I would fit in and be like everyone else. Gone to church my whole life, have several music interests. I'm from Idaho. I'm very similar to a lot of NNU students. So, it just seemed like a place that I could come and fit in, like I had done my whole life. And it was basically how I thought it would be. I came here and I started playing on chapel band, and I started playing on a jazz band, so it was really a good opportunity for me to be able to explore my interests. It's been really, really great for that. And like many other students at NNU, I'm engaged. This is my fiance Garrett. We're very similar to each other. We're both majoring in education. We both want to be teachers. We met in high school, so we're both from Coeur d'Alene. Dated almost 4 years, and so we're getting married this summer. So neither of us have experienced much diversity, but Boise has kind of opened our eyes to diversity, even though Boise's not a very diverse place, but to us it seems like it is. And even my education classes have opened up a passion for ELLs, and Garrett and I are just both eager to learn more about what we don't know. So we made it a goal of ours to travel and explore and meet all different types of people, because it's not that any of us are better than each other, we're just different. So thank you for watching this presentation. I hope that this gives you a good idea into a look into who I am and what I've experienced.